Let's discuss top 20 use cases of taxation in lead-to-order process. Tax calculation. Calculating the taxes on the product and services being sold based on the customer's location and the tax laws of the jurisdiction. This involves determining the appropriate tax rate and applying it to the amount being charged for the product or service. Tax classification. Classifying products and services into tax categories to determine the appropriate tax rate. This involves categorizing products and services based on their characteristics and determining the applicable tax rate for each category. Tax exemptions. Identifying and applying tax exemptions for customers who are eligible for tax exemptions, such as government agencies or non-profit organizations. This involves understanding the criteria for tax exemption and applying the exemption to the appropriate transactions. Taxability determination. Determining the taxability of products and services based on the tax laws of the jurisdiction. This involves understanding the tax laws and regulations and determining whether a product or service is subject to taxation. Tax invoicing. Generating invoices that include the appropriate taxes for the products and services being sold. This involves calculating the taxes and including them in the invoice sent to the customer. Tax reporting. Reporting taxes collected to the appropriate tax authorities, including sales tax, value-added tax, and other taxes. This involves preparing and submitting tax reports to the relevant tax authorities. Tax filing. Filing tax returns and remitting taxes collected to the appropriate tax authorities. This involves preparing and submitting tax returns and paying the taxes owed to the relevant tax authorities. Tax payment. Processing payments for taxes owed to the tax authorities. This involves making payments for the taxes owed to the relevant tax authorities. Tax audit. Responding to tax audits and providing information and documentation to support tax calculations. This involves responding to requests for information and providing documentation to support the tax calculations. Tax planning. Planning for tax implications when developing pricing strategies and making business decisions. This involves considering the tax implications of various business decisions and developing strategies to minimize tax liability. Tax compliance. Ensuring compliance with tax laws and regulations and avoiding penalties and fines. This involves understanding the tax laws and regulations and implementing processes and procedures to ensure compliance. Tax optimization. Optimizing the tax position of the company to minimize tax liabilities and maximize profitability. This involves analyzing the tax laws and regulations and developing strategies to minimize tax liability. Tax management. Managing tax-related processes, including tax calculation, tax reporting, tax filing, and tax compliance. This involves overseeing the various tax-related processes and ensuring they are carried out accurately and efficiently. Tax integration. Integrating tax-related processes with other business systems, such as accounting, invoicing, and customer relationship management. This involves integrating tax-related processes with other business systems to streamline operations and reduce errors. Tax training. Providing training to employees on tax laws and regulations and best practices for tax compliance. This involves ensuring that employees are aware of the tax laws and regulations and providing them with the necessary training to ensure compliance. Tax software. Implementing tax software to automate tax calculations, tax reporting, and tax compliance. This involves using technology to automate the various tax-related processes and reduce errors. Tax updates. Keeping up to date with changes in tax laws and regulations, and adapting tax processes accordingly. This involves staying current with the latest tax laws and regulations, and making changes to the tax-related processes to ensure compliance. Tax advisory. Seeking the advice of tax experts and consultants to navigate tax laws and regulations. This involves consulting with tax experts and consultants to ensure compliance with the tax laws and regulations. Tax litigation. Defending the company in tax disputes and representing the company in tax-related legal proceedings. This involves defending the company in the event of a tax dispute and representing the company in any tax-related legal proceedings. Tax risk management. Managing tax risks and protecting the company from tax liabilities, including fines, penalties, and reputational damage. This involves identifying and mitigating potential tax risks and developing strategies to protect the company from tax liabilities. We really thank you for your time spent on this session. Feel free to meet our partners by sending an inquiry email to contact us at t24global.com. Most of our partners have 15 to 20 years industry experience. So, please get in touch for any quick, managed business process and IT consulting needs.